guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about some product categories which I either don't buy anymore or I don't want to try out a lot of new products in this specific category. I thought of combining both of them kind of together because I just have 5 products, like not 5 products but like 5 types in each of these categories basically. So like 5 product categories that I won't be buying anymore, and then 5 categories of products that I don't want to be trying out multiples of. So since I have just 5 and 5 each, I thought it would just make more sense to like talk about all of them together in one video. And I also know that you guys really love these kind of videos, so I really hope that you enjoy this one as well. And I haven't done one in quite a few months at this point because I just didn't want to make one of these videos for the sake of it. I wanted to actually feel like I have some updated thoughts to share with you, and only then I would do one of these. So yes, this is my updated list for 2024, and let's see how many times I end up updating this list in years to come. But yes, without any further ado, we should just get into it because we do have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. So let's jump into it. The first 5 things I'll talk about is the 5 categories which I'm not going to be buying any products in these categories year on forward. And starting with first, we have chemical peels. Now when I say chemical peels, I mean like exfoliating peel masks, or like the minimalist like 30% AHA BHA serum, or like I mean there are so many brands that have these kind of products. And the reason why I won't be buying these anymore is because I do feel like they don't serve a purpose in my collection anymore or in my routine anymore, because I use retinol every single day, and if I'm not using a retinol, I'm using an AHA. Sometimes I'm using an AHA with a retinol, and I feel like that does enough for my skin, where this particular sort of a product doesn't really fit anywhere. And I don't feel like I notice as much results with like a chemical peel versus with retinol and with AHAs. I notice so much more of a difference in my skin and improvement in my skin when I'm using them just like every single day regularly, versus something like a chemical peel I would be using once a week or once in 2 weeks. I just don't feel like my skin has a need for it anymore, and I don't feel like it's even worth adding an extra product into my skincare collection or even my skincare routine. So I will just not be buying these anymore. The second category of products is something very shocking, and I think most of us were obsessed with these products like a year, or you know, even like 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And I'm speaking about dry shampoos. Dry shampoos became so popular, especially people who have an oily scalp. They were like, dry shampoo is saving me, you know, like I can extend my hair wash for like an extra day. And I was that person. I used to put dry shampoo in my hair every 3rd day basically after washing my hair, because the first day that I wash it, of course, it's like absolutely amazing like it is today. It's clean, it's nice and bouncy, it's fresh. And second day it would be a little bit more tamed and manageable, but still pretty clean. But then 3rd day is when the oils would start peeking through, and I felt like without a dry shampoo I just couldn't like stay, basically, because my hair would be full like chapta, because I usually tie my hair in a rubber band, like a ponytail basically, every single day. So I just could not do my 3rd day without dry shampoo. But I would say a year from now, or like maybe 6 months, 9 months from today, I started experiencing a lot of like flakiness in my scalp, and I did not know what was going wrong. I thought something was wrong with my scalp, maybe some hair product. I didn't know what was wrong. It could have been so many things. And my mom just kept telling me that it's the dry shampoo you're putting in your hair, it's the dry shampoo that you're putting in your hair. And I just did not listen to her. I'm like, it could not be the dry shampoo. But then after her like constantly telling me, and we were trying out different remedies as well, but and it was also very awkward for me, because the flakiness used to like fall on my clothes sometimes, and also my like crown region had like white flakies, and people would point it out and they were like, what is this dandruff? And I'm like, no, it's not dandruff, I just think it's like a hair flaky scalp situation or something. But it was very like I was very conscious also, because usually I'm used to getting compliments on my hair. Touch wood, bachpan se my mom has taken very very good care of my hair, which is why it is so long today. But I am so used to getting compliments on my hair that when people would kind of pass a negative comment on my hair, it would feel very how do you say, like demotivating. I would feel quite bad, to be honest. So yeah, we just tried so much to get rid of the flaky like scalp situation, but then finally my mom was like, just try to not use dry shampoo for like a month and see what it does. Like, does it help, does it not help? Just give it a try at least. So I was like, okay fine, we've tried so much, might as well let me just try skipping dry shampoo for a couple of weeks and see if it's like improving the scalp situation. And you guys, it did not completely stop the flakiness, but it reduced the flakiness so drastically that I was shocked. And I think ever since then, I have completely stopped using dry shampoo. I still have a bottle of Betty's dry shampoo in my stash, but I just don't want to use it because I'm like, the flakiness and the scalp situation will just come back, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, and I'm not the only one who is saying this. I've actually seen other YouTubers also talk about this, and some studies have apparently come out in the US talking about like the negative effects of dry shampoos. And even though I'm not on TikTok obviously because TikTok is banned in India, but abroad a lot of people even on TikTok are talking about how dry shampoos are causing flakiness to people in their scalps. So it's not just me who's making this up. A lot of people have been experiencing the same thing and have been talking about it. And just for me personally, I think I would rather just stop using dry shampoo completely, which obviously means that I won't be buying anymore. So that is that. Moving on next, this category is kind of like how do I say, it's very specific. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So AHA serums and BHA serums are something that I feel like on their own they don't really do much for me. Like if I buy a glycolic acid serum or a lactic acid serum or a salicylic acid serum, like just those one ingredient kind of serums, I feel like are not doing much for me. And again, like I said, I use retinol every single day, so I don't really need a one ingredient serum because it's probably not going to do much for me. That being said, there are certain exceptions that I will make for something like the Foxtail Diva. For example, it's got AHAs, BHAs and a blend of different active ingredients, and that I feel like is a little bit more beneficial. And again, I use it very occasionally, I don't use it regularly, but when it comes to this category of products, I think I will be skipping on them and not using them. And again, there is one more exception, and that is something that is specifically targeted and focused and is going to give me like not an instant improvement in my acne, but like for example, if I'm breaking out and there is an anti-acne serum that, and it could have a blend of ingredients, it doesn't have to be just salicylic acid, any kind of a serum which is targeted to help with acne, which not just has salicylic acid but also other active ingredients and helps with kind of like reducing the size of my breakouts, or helping it go away faster, something like that, I will probably still buy, because that is going to help me whenever I do breakout occasionally in getting rid of my breakouts faster. So those I will still buy, but I'm not going to buy a salicylic acid serum just because salicylic acid is an amazing ingredient. Yes, it is, but it can also be mixed with other active ingredients, and kind of you buy one powerhouse serum that has the benefits of multiple active ingredients instead of just buying an AHA serum or just a salicylic acid serum. Like, that doesn't make sense anymore, because that way it's just gonna, like, you have to buy one glycolic acid serum, one lactic acid serum, one salicylic acid serum. Why do you need 3 serums when you can just have one serum that has the benefits of all 3? I hope I'm making sense and I hope I described it properly, but yes, that's something that I won't be buying anymore in 2024. Moving on to our 4th category, and this is actually a makeup category. So the next 2 are makeup categories. We're kind of done with the skincare for a bit, and our makeup category, which is at number 4, is highlighters. Now I just think, like for me personally, like today I've done my makeup and I've used absolutely no highlighter, but my makeup just looks so amazing without it, versus if I'm using a highlighter, it's not like it doesn't look good, it looks extra glam, but I rarely want that extra glam look. It's probably for a wedding, for a special occasion, for a party, for clubbing, not on an everyday basis. I don't wear highlighter every single day. I might wear contour and bronzer every single day or blush every single day, but highlighter is just something I don't use every single day. And I already have 2 highlighters I think in my collection, which I'm not planning on decluttering, because again, if I do want to occasionally wear highlighter, I can use one of those 2, but I don't need to go ahead and buy any more highlighters probably for the next 10 years maybe, let's just say that. So considering those things, I don't think I will be buying highlighter anymore. If the 2 highlighters that I have currently in my collection go bad in a few years completely and I have to throw them away, maybe I might buy like 1 highlighter and that will serve me for the next decade. But apart from that, highlighter is not something that I will be buying, like at least for a few years, let's just say that. So our last category of products I will not be buying, and this is something I have to keep reminding myself that I won't be buying anymore, and I'm speaking about cream bullet lipsticks. Now I will make maybe a slight exception for like very very matte bullet lipsticks, which don't have too much of creaminess going on to it, which are long lasting. Those I might slightly make an exception for. Maybe like 1 or 2 I might buy, but most bullet lipsticks I feel like have a more creamy finish on the lips, and they are very very comfortable. There is absolutely nothing that I would disagree with that aspect, but those are not long lasting. They transfer a lot, especially if you drink coffee throughout the day. They're going to transfer on your coffee mug, they're going to transfer on your water bottle, they transfer just everywhere. So for that reason, I don't think I will be buying bullet lipsticks for a long time. I have a few in my collection that I'm either planning on decluttering eventually, or if I think that I can use them up, then I will just use them up. But I don't see myself buying any liquid lipsticks again, apart from the ones that I already own in my collection. So yes, I am a liquid lipstick girl through and through. I think those are more pigmented, more long lasting, and just better for me personally. And because I don't have super dry lips, I don't have to worry about liquid lipsticks being dry on my lips. So that is that. Moving on, I think we've been talking about like products I won't be buying for a while. So now we have to quickly go through and talk about some product categories that I won't be like trying multiples of, because I already have my favorites. And the first one is going to kind of be one that like I'm going to be cheating on very soon, so I'll already tell you I'm going to be cheating on this a little bit, and that is AHA toners. Now the minimalist glycolic acid toner is one of my favorite. I am almost out of my first bottle, and I was planning on repurchasing one when I saw that Dermaco launched glycolic acid toner. So I'm planning on buying that one and trying it out, but apart from that, I don't think I'll be like buying and trying out a lot of different glycolic acid toners. And I'll even tell you why I'm justifying buying the Dermaco one, because it's a similar price point to the minimalist one, but Dermaco does go on their buy one get one offer, or buy two get two sometimes, fairly often, whereas minimalist never goes on any offer. Like the maximum discount that you will see on minimalist is probably like 5% or 10%, not even 15 or 20%. Like I don't know what is up with minimalist. Either they are selling so well that they feel like they don't need to go on offers ever, or they just think that they are that good that we never need to go on offer because people will buy our products any which ways. So why to reduce our profits? So yeah, for that reason, I think I will be trying out the Dermaco one to see if it's as good as minimalist, and then I will switch over. If not, I will stick to the minimalist one if I feel like the Dermaco one is not as good, or if it doesn't suit my skin, I'll just come back to minimalist. But I'm not going to be experimenting or trying out different ones apart from these two. So yes, that is my first product category. The second product category is also something that unfortunately I'm going to have to cheat on this one a little bit, and that is salicylic acid products for acne purposes. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the only time that I feel like I need to buy like anti-acne treatment products is when I am breaking out and I need something to fix that, which is not that often, but it still happens like on a regular, periodic, monthly basis. So in this category, I was very very happy with my Dermaco salicylic acid spot treatment, but then Dermaco decided to ruin my life, which is why they discontinued this one. So I did find out not that long ago that this product is now discontinued, and I have one in my collection which I will savor every last drop of it. But apart from that, since it is now discontinued, I'm gonna have to find some new holy grail. But once I find a new holy grail, I'm just gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna keep experimenting and trying out different ones all the time. Once I find something to replace it, I will stop after that, because yeah, this is a category which I don't want to experiment and like gamble every time I'm breaking out. I just want to use something, fix my like breakout situation, or at least reduce the breakout situation in a few days, and then be done with it. So yes, that's my second product category. And even though I'm cheating in the first two categories, I promise I'm not cheating in any of the rest of the categories. We have 3 more categories. The third one is niacinamide serums. Now again, I get comments on my YouTube videos, on my shorts a lot. Try out this serum, try out that serum. And as much as I want to try out all these different serums out there which are in the market, I also know at this point, after trying out so many different ones over the years, that they are not that different from each other. And niacinamide serums is one of those things which either you'll get a 5% or you'll get a 10%. There is not much like, you know, going on with that. And if you try out like 10 different niacinamide serums which are all 5%, I can pretty much guarantee to you there is going to be 19-20 का फर्क amongst those, but they are not going to be that different from each other. So I feel like if you buy one which you like, you can just stick to it. You don't have to try out every single niacinamide serum that is out there in the market. I would say it's kind of the same with vitamin C also, but I feel like with vitamin C, because there are different kinds of derivatives of vitamin C, some are L-ascorbic acid, some are I think it's sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and then there are like different derivatives of vitamin C. Basically, I don't know the names of all of them. I'm not an expert when it comes to skincare, like ingredients and all of that. But yeah, coming back to the point, I don't think niacinamide serums are that different from each other. You need to try out every single one that is out there in the market. If there is something that is radically different from others, like the foxtail niacinamide, it's like a gel basically, that one is quite different as compared to others, which is why I bought it and I'll be trying it out. I haven't started using it yet. So that is like quite different than others, which is why it makes sense to try out something that is new. But all the others are pretty much very comparable to each other. So if you don't find a brand or a niacinamide that is suiting you, you can probably try out more. But if you have already found something that you love, you can just easily stick to it. Moving on, next is retinols, and I'm going to put a caveat on this one and say that I'm talking about retinols over the counter. I found my favorite foxtail one and I just would rather stick to it because it's the most affordable one that I found. I've tried out a lot of different retinol serums over the counter, like from different brands, and I found my favorite. It's also the most affordable one in terms of the value, so it's the cheapest when it comes to regularly repurchasing, and I just want to stick to it before I kind of transition to like a prescription tretinoin or something like that, which I will eventually do, I think after a few years, probably not right now, because right now I'm very happy with my skin and I don't feel like I need to get a tret prescription. So I'm going to stick to over the counter retinol and stick to my foxtail retinol, but apart from that, I don't feel the need to try out different retinols from different brands. And our last category, and this one is something that you probably know, and that is my hair care. So when I'm talking about like shampoos, conditioners, hair masks, and that kind of stuff, I want to stick to the hair care that I know and love, that works for me, because I think in the past 3 to 6 months I have struggled and suffered so much with my hair that I am kind of done with experimentation, with trying out different things. I just want to stick to what I know works and not experiment at all, because I don't want to ruin my hair. I do plan to color my hair at some point in 2024, which I know is going to again damage my hair, which is why I am holding off, because I don't want to like ruin my hair or like experiment with my hair in a different way and cause some kind of potential harm. But also coloring my hair, considering how long it is going to cost me a good chunk of money. So yes, that is also one of the reasons why I'm holding off and I'm trying to save so that I can put that money towards coloring my hair. But till then, I don't want to do any other kind of experimentation with my hair in terms of the hair care I'm using, and I'm just trying to figure out a good routine that works for my hair and stick to it. So yes, that is that. Those were all the like different categories that I wanted to talk about, which I won't be buying anymore, or which I'm not going to experiment too much with anymore. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you found it fun, informative. If you have anything to share, some categories of products that you're going to stop buying, which you think are not serving you, it's just going to increase your bills and your shopping, but it's not serving you in any beneficial way, let me know. If there are any product categories that you don't want to like to experiment too much in versus categories that you do like to experiment with, let me know that as well in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.